highlights as to what new realtors need to really focus on when they first start out.
Thanks. Yeah, the 6 month time is really critical because at that point in time, you have family support. They're like, sure, okay, that's a good industry. You can make some money there. And if 6 months later, if you're not making any money, then basically you lose the family support. So this is it's a book I wrote. It's on Amazon, but also it's a 3 hour class. And the first hour of the class, I teach them how to write a business plan because this is a serious business. And then I teach them how to make the transition from being an employee, where you're given tasks to do every day, to being a salesperson, an entrepreneur. You have to get up in the morning. You have to be ready for work by 9 o'clock. You have to know what you're doing every day because no one's going to tell you what to do. And I always make the joke. I say, if you find yourself sitting around in your pajamas and your bunny slippers at 11 in the morning, the day is shot. So you need to really be self-motivated and be willing to have to chart a course as to how you're going to get leads and then how you're going to service these people.
Now, you mentioned a, 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 a couple moments ago how technology grows very fast and how you had to redo everything like 8 months ago, and technology's not going to stop. So, how does one like yourself keep up to date with things that are changing so many times, and especially with AI now just exponentially growing? And then also, how does a person who's just starting out, like those people who are trying to survive for 6 months, how do they keep in touch and keep up to date with regards to all the technology and all the AI that's coming in?
Sure. So I have a team of programmers. They're located in India. They're subcontracted out from a large company there. They have been with them for almost a decade. And we're constantly changing and reinventing what we do.
Mm.
Once again, the whole premise is that it has to be user friendly or have automation. So, for example, about a year ago, we changed how you do a property search on our system, and it made it more user friendly. We're in the middle of redoing our whole client management system, CRM, and we're looking to launch that by the end of the year. And basically, it's going to be seamless for our users, but it's going to give them more interface and more statistics and then more tools if they want to use it. As far as someone entering the business, the first thing you have to look at is your product relevant? Do you have enough market share? I go to these conferences and they have these like tech challenges where it's like Shark Tank type thing, where they have a table with like three or four judges on the stage. And then one person at a time gets up there and they get like 5 minutes to discuss their product. And then they get questions. And then they have a winner as to which is the best product. And I look at some of these products and I'm going, what were they thinking? Because they have one little fringe of one little segment of the whole marketplace that might fill a need. And I'm like, no, that's too small. So it gets down to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. When you look at it from people, and survival and all that, on the bottom, it's food, and then it goes up to shelter and things like that. So when we're doing websites, when it comes to sales on the bottom rung, which is the widest, it's a triangle, and the widest part on the bottom, as a salesperson, you need business cards, you need websites, you need things like that. So we're basically filling a broad need. So the first thing you have to do is make sure your product is good. The second thing you do need is financing. And, some people go after venture capital money. DPI is 100% bootstrap, no VC money, no PE firms, no one to answer to. So you can turn to your family to ask your family for assistance. You can work out of a garage. Google was started out of a garage by two gentlemen. Apple Computers, Steve Jobs started out of a garage. And you need to make sure that you're doing it on the cheap and you're getting a product that you think mass people are going to like. And then if you find that your product is not good, it happens. I mean, Thomas Edison went through 100 light bulbs before he came up with the one that worked. Start over, start over, start over until you find something that works. I come up with different ideas and concepts that I think are going to work, and some of them do, and some of them I go, oh, well, that didn't work. And you put it on the shelf and you move on and you don't look back.